How do you come up with the good intros and builds ups in no drop sections? I sometimes struggle to piece things together after coming up with a drop. So, in non-drop section, I sometimes struggle to piece things together after coming up with a drop. I did not understand this, but I understand the good intros and build-ups and non-drop sections. Hello, I am going to show you exactly how I do build-ups, how I do drops. This is gonna be exclusive for everybody who's watching this because this is unreleased track, and you can see it's pretty full, goddamn interesting idea. And we're gonna go through the intro and the non-build section, and then build up. So in our country, in our language in Slovakia, this section we call it nashlap, but it is actually just like a pre-drop, a pre-build tease section. So it's almost like a drop, but it's not the drop. And in today's video, we are going to go through how I do it and what I think about this. So first of all, your tracks when you're doing drum and bass, your tracks need to have a catch in the start, so the song needs to catch the listener before the drop, and I think this one especially is doing great drop. Let's play this section 3 and let's break it down. So, you can see that the name of the track is Dune. So, actually, the first inspiration behind the track was Dune. Um, Always when I do and create drum and bass, you need to keep one thing in your head. And the one thing in your head is that you need like a movie or image in which you are going to create your music. So, first of all, I always find some inspiration in my life. Uh, in a lot of my tracks and previous tracks in drum and bass, it was girls, it was broken heart, right? So that's, you can kind of create an image what you want to do. You want to do it for the girl, you want to create some story, you want to find some like image you want to work with this. It was a Dune, it was the like a film Dune. Like honestly, I just like the Arrakis, and I just like a whole or everything around that movie. And I kind of imagined how the Hans Zimmer was like creating the track, and I just found it some things here, and I just started to build around that. So this was kind of like the first sample I found it, and it really reminded me of the drones and the worm. What is this? Yeah. So these together, then I added like bells. So it's kind of like, you're building some melody and some tension. Then I have some other things going on to build the tension. And that's about the intro section. So a lot of you guys know that I am not so sound design guy, so I am mostly about the ideas and about the composition. So I don't really care about what sounds I use. I usually use presets from a plugin. So this plugin is from Arturia. I really recommend them. I really recommend founding some synths from Arturia because they have really beautiful synths. And one thing that I really enjoy and really like is putting pedal on a synth. So when you play it like solo with a pedal and without, hold on. So it's just like really soft sound, doing not much of a sound, but when you put the pedal on, oh my god, it got those horns inside. It's just more distorted, and this is one thing that I'm using a lot in my production. So yeah, first when you're doing the intro, when you're doing build up, just find your movie, find your vision, find like your inspiration. It will always help you the most, and then you can kind of like maybe use and go on a YouTube and search for the inspiration. So for me, when I had the image of a dune, I went on a YouTube and I immediately opened the Hans Zimmer Dune opening scene, like the music and everything around that. And I just like get inspired by that. I was like, all right, so he used that sound, I can use this sound. What else he use so I can kind of like replicate it and use it in a drum and bass. So that's what I like. I like combining the what was created or what already inspires me with the drum and bass. So let's get to this section. I think this is going to be the most interesting section in this whole track, and it's called Nachschlag. In my language, Nachschlag. In your language, it's probably the before build or something like that. So let's listen to that. It's pretty heavy.
Free your mind. Speak in waves. Heartbeat. Lost in sound. We are free. Free your mind. Talk to me. Speak in waves. Frequencies. Heartbeat. Destiny. Lost in sound. We are free. Free your mind. Talk to me. Speak in waves. Frequencies. Heartbeat. Destiny. Lost in sound. We are free.
And I'm not going to play you the drop because you will need to wait for that drop. But it's gonna be released this year. So this is actually the before drop, and this is the structure and how I go about the songs. So I think this is the most mainstream kind of a build you can have. So first you have your start part, so you have your intro, then you build around that intro and you're trying to like create an atmosphere, but then suddenly something happens. So imagine like in a movie, the movie starts with the introduction, and then you have kind of like the exploration of the planet. So everything unfolds, you see the people on that Arrakis or on that planet, and then something happens, and you know that you prepare the people for the drop. So the drop is the action section, right? So the drop is the action section, and this is kind of like the preparing for that. So something bad happens and you are getting ready for the fight, for example.
Free your mind. Speak in waves. Heartbeat.
And when you go like inside and see what's the samples around that, so I can kind of like do this. It's really just few samples. So first, what I have here is like some kind of a kick. So this is the first hit it's like built around, and then you just really use what do you think is gonna match with this. So I got some cymbals, of course, some breaking glass. So the impact is just like better. And then in a C room, I got this dun dun dun. So it's just like really like a distorted C room preset, I guess. And yeah, I just use it. I just kind of shape it for this kind of occasion. and also added a little bit of that paper noise. So together you have like a pretty interesting, insane hit. And then I kind of introduced the vocals here, and with the vocals, the effect, the rotating effect you have here is kind of created with the shifter.
Free your mind. Free your mind.
So it's the shifter work.
Free your mind.
It's pretty distorted, right? But the shifter in these settings, with the ring settings and with the coarse and fine, can create this kind of like a rotating effect, and it sounds like more disturbing. It sounds like it speaks through the helicopter wings, right?
Free your mind.
It's just like
Speak in waves. Heartbeat. Lost in sound. We are free. Free your mind. Talk to me.
so. It's just more like disturbing, and yeah, and I just kind of like build around that, build around everything here. Serum. Use the serum. What is this? What is this one? This is like a interesting sound here. So yeah, this is just a respace. Just a super easy respace from two oscillators, oscillator A, oscillator B, with the hyperdimension and sub bass filter. So this is pretty easy to create and recreate. You just need two oscillators. You just need two saw waves or sinusoids that are kind of distorted and that are phasing. So the phase is created with this 33 setting, and with a little bit of that sub bass, and you get this distorted thing eventually. Then through some distortion compressor, OTT and pedal. And I just added that from section A to section B with a little bit of that white noise.
Free your mind.
So yeah, you can get inspired from Chronicles. Honestly, I did like the best kind of this pre-drop thing in the Chronicles, and it's kind of inspired by that. This is just like a different version of that, and you just can do these things, and then you can use some of that inspiration also in the drop. And then build up. Well, build up is super easy. The structure of build ups, I kind of went through this a lot of times, but I'm gonna show you anyway. What you need is one riser. You need like the best risers for build-ups are the risers that when you feel like something is really rising. So there is a lot of risers which are pretty weak and pretty like damn boring, but you need something which is kind of creating that something is gonna happen. And I think this one was perfect for this occasion. And then I just took the Reese bass. I just leave it on a one note, because I knew that in the drop we are not going to play with some melodic elements, but we are going to build around one note, and the whole track is kind of like on a one note. It's not too melodic. And then I started introducing the main pattern in the drop. And yeah. But the most interesting and the important part is gonna be the riser and the drums. So with the drums part, what you need to do is that you need to have the build. So you kind of understand that with the kicks, you go like fast, faster, and then the fastest. I don't know if that's a word. And then you start introducing cymbals, you start introducing claps. For example, this is like the break. Yeah, so you can copy the pattern that I'm actually using here. I kind of copy everything in every track. and that's it. I think it's just super like easy to kind of understand what you need to do with this kind of a in this kind of a tracks. And really what really helps me in this structure and in this kind of a tracks when I'm trying to do the intro and the build up is that I create the image, I create the movie in my head, and then I kind of build around that movie. So you need that inspiration. A lot of the tracks that you hear these days are just like for the sake of having the track, but not much of the tracks have some meaning behind that. And I think that's the point of the production in on another level. So there's like level one. Level one is just like creating the frog bass because someone else did the frog bass, and you just want the track that is going to be like just you just want to play that ID on a set, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I really enjoy when I bring the atmosphere into the whole club, and you kind of have that movie kind of a building around the tracks. It's maybe more for a listening and listener in the headphones, but at the same time, I think it can drop pretty hard. Yeah, and after drop, you kind of what you can do is you can see in the structure, you take this structure and you kind of put it here back, and just with a little bit of the drums, and yeah, and that's kind of like the structure of the song, and the build up and the intro. I hope it helped you with understanding more how to do the intros, brother. And of course, if you're watching this on the YouTube, go down into the description. You can find the community, and you can join the Patreon, and you can ask some questions. We are doing weekly feedbacks. I'm planning to do live streams, and it's a great community. So just go down, and if you feel like you are capable of asking some questions or want to know some answers, just go there. And yeah, like, subscribe, and for everybody watching this, thank you so much, and see you in the next one. Peace.